Greetings everyone, welcome to the weekly Tuesday edition of Gaming Console News. Today's highlights include a remaster or remake of God of War, Astrobot crowned as Game of the Year 2024, Sony working on a portable PlayStation 5, and the release of Forza Horizon for PlayStation 5 postponed indefinitely. So to ensure you don't miss anything, make yourselves comfortable, brew some winter cocoa or tea, as this is the first winter news edition. Let's dive into the latest events. Let's start by celebrating a truly special occasion. Today marks the 30th anniversary of PlayStation. It was on the 3rd of December 1994 that the legendary console was first released in Japan, forever changing the history of gaming. It set a new standard in graphics and game design, and its iconic startup sound is remembered by millions. While we now enjoy the PlayStation 5, it all began with that very first gray box. In honor of this milestone, the PlayStation Store has launched a massive sale. Discounts of up to 80% apply to thousands of games and add-ons, though there are almost no deals on new titles among them. A well-known and reliable insider, Exiles, has reported that the port of Forza Horizon for PlayStation 5 was fully completed, but its release was postponed this summer for unknown reasons. The insider also reassured fans awaiting the port, noting that Microsoft has not canceled the release entirely and still plans to launch it on PlayStation 5 in the near future, although they themselves are uncertain of the exact date. The reasons behind the delay remain unclear, but it is likely that the company wants to align the release with a major event related to the Forza series. Alternatively, they might be negotiating with Sony to secure something in return, such as the release of Helldivers 2 on Xbox consoles. This would be a fair trade, and I'm sure the fan bases of both platforms would welcome such an arrangement. Actor Christopher Judge, known for his role as Kratos, let slip during a TikTok livestream that fans can expect some sort of announcement related to God of War. Naturally, this won't be about a new installment, as its release is still at least a couple of years away. However, there are several intriguing possibilities for the announcement. One potential reveal could be an episode in the animated anthology Secret Level from Amazon and the creators of Love, Death, and Robots. The series is set to feature a PlayStation-themed episode, and Kratos has already been teased. Another, and perhaps the most exciting possibility, is a remaster or remake of the earlier God of War titles. Back when those games were released, Judge hadn't yet voiced Kratos, but he could very well re-record the character's dialogue for the updated versions. A third option, which seems more speculative and community-driven, is a spin-off about Atreus' coming of age. While this idea feels less likely, a remaster, or even better, a remake of the original titles seems much more plausible, especially given the trend of remaking other classic games. The free demo My GranTurismo has received an age rating in Taiwan, suggesting a possible release in early December. This will be a free demo version of Gran Turismo 7 for PlayStation 4 and PlayStation 5, featuring popular tracks, cars, and events designed to attract a new audience to the iconic racing simulator. The gameplay will likely be limited in terms of the number of cars and tracks available. If you want the full experience, you'll need to purchase Gran Turismo 7. If I'm not mistaken, something similar was offered to PlayStation Plus subscribers back in the days of the PS4 exclusive Drive Club, which also had a limited content demo version. According to Bloomberg, Sony is working on a full-fledged portable console capable of running PlayStation 5 games natively, unlike the PS Portal. The report indicates that the project is currently in its early development stages, with an announcement expected no sooner than in a few years, if Sony doesn't revise its plans altogether. The device is intended to compete with the successor to the Nintendo Switch and a rumored portable console from Microsoft, which has been the subject of much speculation lately. This information has also been confirmed by well-known insider Tom Henderson, who noted that Sony's decision to pursue a fully portable console was influenced by the success of the PlayStation Portable, whose launch exceeded the company's expectations. Given the constant evolution of the portable gaming market, exemplified by devices like Steam Deck and other portable PCs, it's quite plausible that Sony might introduce such a prototype alongside the release of hypothetical PlayStation 6. A device capable of running PlayStation 5 games natively would certainly be a strong move. An interesting detail has been pointed out by fans. Sony is the only game publisher whose projects have been nominated in the Game of the Year categories at the Game Awards for 10 consecutive years. In some years, multiple titles were nominated, such as in 2018, 2020, and 2022. However, over the past decade, Sony has won in this category only once, with just 2 games, God of War and The Last of Us Part 2. Another intriguing statistic highlights that 14 Sony projects have competed for the Game of the Year title at the Game Awards, compared to 11 from Nintendo and, surprisingly, none from Xbox. And speaking of the best of 2024, Astrobot has been recognized as the highest-rated game of the year on both Metacritic and OpenCritic, earning the top scores on both platforms. While this distinction reflects the game's exceptional quality, it doesn't guarantee victory at the Game Awards set to take place on December 12th. To win, the game would need a significant number of user votes, which seems nearly impossible against the backdrop of Black Myth Wukong. Considering the sheer size and enthusiasm of the Chinese fanbase for Black Myth Wukong, capable of mobilizing thousands of votes, the competition is expected to be fierce. CD Projekt Red's CFO, Pyotr Nilubovitz, announced, "The next installment in the Witcher series entered full production just a few weeks ago. According to him, this project is currently at the most advanced stage of development among all their ongoing titles. Like the fans, he's keeping his fingers crossed and eagerly awaiting further progress. The Witcher 4 will mark the beginning of a new trilogy in the Witcher universe, rather than being a direct continuation of the previous one." Additionally, CD Projekt Red expressed gratitude to fans of another of their franchises, Cyberpunk 2077. The game has sold over 30 million copies worldwide, while the Phantom Liberty DLC has surpassed 8 million units. What can be said here? Despite its initial bugs, which were eventually addressed, the game is undeniably brilliant. There's no denying that CD Projekt Red excels at creating immersive, atmospheric games that draw players deeply into their gameplay. Sony has launched an interactive webpage to celebrate the 30th anniversary of PlayStation. The site provides a detailed history of each PlayStation generation, highlighting unique features and showcasing sales data for all devices. The undisputed leader remains the PlayStation 2, with sales surpassing 160 million units, an achievement that continues to hold strong across generations. The page offers plenty of interesting and informative content. If you're curious, feel free to check it out. I'll leave the link in the description. On January 15th, 2025, after 31 years of dedicated service, the legendary figure Shuhei Yoshida will depart from PlayStation. Yoshida's career with the company began back in 1986. He played a pivotal role in the launch of the original PlayStation and led Sony Interactive Entertainment Worldwide Studios from 2008 to 2019. It seems likely that this PlayStation veteran is heading into a well-deserved retirement, and we congratulate him on this milestone. As part of the PlayStation 30th anniversary celebration, Sony has introduced a new lineup of games for PlayStation Plus Essential subscribers and above. The selection includes It Takes Two, Aliens, Dark Descent, and Temtem. While the audience's reaction has been mixed, this is the final lineup. Additionally, for Deluxe and Premium tier members, the Classics catalog will expand on December 10th with Sly 2 and Sly 3, as well as Jack and Daxter. For users without any subscription, free multiplayer weekends will run from December 6th to December 8th, allowing access to any multiplayer game without a PlayStation Plus subscription. And as the icing on the cake, there will be a giveaway of 30 months of PlayStation Plus. To participate, you need an active subscription on your account and must play any game from the catalog. The creators of the Callisto Protocol are working on a new sci-fi action game. Developed using Unreal Engine 5, the project will feature both a single-player story campaign and a cooperative mode. While the release date and additional details remain undisclosed, there's a strong sense that the game will retain the familiar vibe of the Callisto Protocol and Dead Space. Personally, I really enjoyed the Callisto Protocol. Its concise and engaging story felt just right, so I'm eagerly looking forward to their next game. Here's a bit of less than pleasant news. Paradox Interactive cannot guarantee the release of Cities Skylines 2 on consoles. Representatives from the studio revealed that the console version still doesn't have a definitive release date due to persistent optimization challenges. The port struggles with high demands on both the CPU and GPU, leading to performance drops and memory reload issues. Additionally, the city building simulator faces difficulties when placing large objects on the map. In short, the problems are piling up. As a reminder, Cities Skylines 2 has been available on PC for over a year now, but it seems the console version won't be arriving anytime soon. Horizon Zero Dawn. Watch out! Chinese developers have drawn inspiration and unveiled their take on a post-apocalyptic world with mechanical creatures and IT themes. Light of Materum. The most appealing feature? It will be distributed as a free-to-play game, meaning it's completely free. In this game, we step into the shoes of a young woman exploring a post-apocalyptic world inhabited by giant machine-like beasts. Sound familiar? While the concept might echo Horizon Zero Dawn, Light of Materum introduces some unique features, such as survival mechanics with crafting and building elements, the ability to tame and customize over 100 mechanical animals, and cooperative gameplay for up to 10 players. Of course, the multiplayer aspect hints at the monetization strategy, which makes sense, as free-to-play games need revenue streams. But the surprising part? Sony allowed such a blatant imitation. Even more astonishing is that the official PlayStation channel on the Chinese platform Bilibili has shared gameplay and a trailer for the game. The early access release of the free football simulator UFL has arrived for PlayStation 5 and Xbox consoles. I've played about 10 matches, and honestly it's not bad, especially for a free game. The gameplay focuses heavily on its key competing mode, Ultimate Team. Compared to the closed beta about 6 months ago, the gameplay feels much smoother, though there are still minor flaws. For instance, there's no sound effect when you hit the post or crossbar. However, I believe these issues will be addressed in time. In my opinion, it's a promising project, as long as the developers continue refining it and fixing these small bugs. Overall, it's playable and enjoyable. The full release for everyone is scheduled for the 5th of December, so go ahead, download it, and give it a shot. And on that optimistic note, this has been IT Wednesday Channel. Don't forget to support the video, like the channel, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next episode.